People often say forgiveness is the highest form of strength, but they rarely talk about what happens when humiliation changes the course of a person's life forever. This is not a story about shouting, violence, or bitterness. It is a story about patience, resilience, and a comeback so powerful that it silenced everyone who once laughed. Ayon Malik grew up in a modest rented home on the outskirts of the city, where ambition lived alongside constant financial pressure. His father worked long hours as a tailor, and his mother stitched clothes late into the night just to keep the household running. From an early age, Ayon learned that nothing would come easy, but he believed that education could be his way out. At college, his intelligence stood out, but so did his poverty. His worn shoes, outdated phone, and simple clothes became an open invitation for mockery. Classmates whispered, laughed, and judged. Among them, one name carried the most weight: Rohan Verma. Confident, wealthy, and well-connected, Rohan enjoyed reminding others where they stood. During a class presentation, Ayon's old phone rang unexpectedly, and the room erupted with laughter. Rohan stood up and said loudly that some people were born to struggle and should stop dreaming beyond their limits. The teacher stayed silent. No one defended him. In that moment, Ayon didn't argue or react. Something inside him simply hardened into determination. If stories of rising from nothing inspire you, take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because stories like these deserve to be heard. After graduation, Ayon applied for a promising role at a startup. He cleared every interview on merit and felt hopeful for the first time. The final decision, however, rested with an executive who happened to be Rohan's uncle. Within hours, Ayon received a rejection email. Days later, he learned the truth. Rohan had personally intervened, calling him unreliable and desperate. Life hit harder when Ayon's father collapsed at work and was rushed to the hospital. Medical bills piled up quickly. With no options left, Ayon went to Rohan's house, not as a rival, but as a son asking for help. Rohan listened, smiled coldly, and shut the door without another word. That night, sitting beside his father's hospital bed, Ayon made a silent promise to himself. He would never beg again, and he would never forget. What followed was disappearance. Years passed with no trace of Ayon Malik. He worked multiple jobs, studied late into the night, taught himself programming, finance, and business while others slept. He failed repeatedly. Ideas collapsed, money ran out, exhaustion took its toll, but quitting was never an option. He didn't share motivational posts or announce his struggles online. He stayed invisible. People assumed he had faded into mediocrity, unaware that behind closed doors, Ayon was building something far greater than revenge. He was building control over his future. If you believe hard work done in silence always pays off, make sure you hit that subscribe button and support the channel. It truly helps more than you think. 5 years later, a high-profile business conference brought together investors, founders, and media from across the country. Rohan Verma arrived confident as ever, still living off his reputation, unaware that his own business was quietly collapsing. Then the host announced the keynote speaker, the founder and CEO of Zenith Technologies, Ayon Malik. The room went silent. Rohan's smile disappeared instantly. The man he once mocked now stood on stage, calm, respected, and powerful. During the presentation, it was revealed that Zenith Technologies had legally acquired multiple failing companies, including Rohan's. The takeover was clean, strategic, and irreversible. After the event, Rohan approached Ayon, his voice uncertain, his confidence gone. He tried to explain, to apologize, to rewrite history. Ayon listened without anger. He reminded Rohan of the laughter, the rejection, and the closed door, not with insults, but with facts. He handed Rohan a contract for a junior role within his company, with a modest salary and no authority. The very future Rohan once said Ayon deserved. Ion told him he was free to accept or walk away. Either way, the lesson had already been delivered. Rohan signed, not out of pride, but because life had left him no alternatives. Ion never raised his voice. He never broke the law. He didn't destroy anyone directly. He simply became so successful that the past lost its power over him. Revenge doesn't always come with noise. Sometimes it comes quietly, wrapped in success and patience. The strongest response to humiliation is not anger. It is growth. So remember this: they may laugh today, but tomorrow belongs to those who refuse to give up. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who needs motivation, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories like this. Your support keeps these stories alive.